I'll now go back to Mr. Barrett, please, for 5 minutes.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. What is the security clearance required for subcontractors to work on ArriveCan? What, just the level that they're required to have?
Mr. Chair, that would depend on the nature of the work specified in the task authorization and the contract. It would vary from contract to contract, but it could be anywhere between enhanced reliability up to secret.
Were any of those requirements waived before subcontractors would have been allowed to work on the app?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. So it would surprise you to know that an amendment was made to one of the RFPs, 47419-198132, that's provided by the department, that subcontractors could work without security clearance in place.
Sorry, could you repeat that number, please?
Yep, 47419-198132. And it was a response to a question with respect to security clearance and indicated that work could commence and the subcontractor could start to work without security clearance in place. Is that unusual for a subcontractor who's dealing with Canadians' personal information, private health information, biometric information?
Yeah, no, thanks for the question, Mr. Chair. In effect, the individual security clearances and the waiving of those would be highly situationally dependent. Without the details of that particular task authorization, I can't speak to the specifics of why that might have been the case. I think that, generally speaking, how these professional services contracts are used and how the resources in them are employed is a business requirement that's established by the client departments that we work with. So I'm assuming this was a CBSA contract, but the specifics of why waiving that might be appropriate in a unique case is something that would be operationally dependent that they would have to speak to.
Okay. Well, it would be helpful for this committee to know why someone wanting to be a network analyst with what would normally require secret security clearance would then be able to work on information systems specifically with access to Canadians' personal information, private health information, biometric data, especially at a time when we're becoming increasingly aware of cyber threats to our country. So I guess I would look to I'd look to the witness panel to perhaps, if they can't provide us a fulsome answer today, provide in writing or return to the committee with information on the frequency with which this is permitted and the potential risk that Canadians were exposed to as a result of this, and ultimately, who is the signing authority that can waive security clearance requirements?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to clarify one thing. I can't speak specifically to this case. However, the contractors and consultants that we used did not access the personal information. It was only employees who had access to the databases with any personal information, and those employees would have had the proper security clearance to do so.
I guess, Mr. Chair, my concern is that people who are developing it and who have access to our systems can develop ways to access them after the time that their work is completed, particularly someone who doesn't have reliability status, secret clearance, top secret clearance, any enhanced top secret clearances, dealing with the most sensitive information. We don't know. We're hearing a lot about state actors from other countries who are interfering in our democracy here, and we have people who are potentially working on our information systems, our information management systems, developing an app that's specifically collecting Canadians' personal information, and we don't know who they are, and we don't know that they would ever receive security clearance, even if their application was in progress. I can make an application, and it could never be approved. But if that's the only requirement to get work is that you just file the paperwork, I think that the exposures to Canadians is quite serious. So, Mr. Chair, how much time do I have left?
You have a minute left.
Okay. Well, I guess I would just ask who on appearing before us today can, if they could identify themselves as being able to get the information on who can sign off on the waiving of security clearance and the potential implications of that, and if a threat assessment is done before, during, or after that contractor has done work, and if they could provide that information to the committee in writing, because I imagine it'll take a little bit of research. So I'm not sure, Mr. Chair, if we could just get someone from the witness panel to identify themselves, that they'd be able to do that.
We'll get back to that information.
Okay, so
CBSA will.
CBSA will provide that information.